Controversy in Minnesota continues to trickle its way down to the Ozarks following the fatal ICE-involved shooting of Renee Good last week. Thanks for joining us here at 5. I'm Jesse Inman. Ozarks First has previously covered local protests and last week spoke to a man who was incorrectly labeled as the ICE agent despite claiming never to have been in the state. And tonight we're re-examining an agreement local law enforcement has with Homeland Security. That's an agreement that's under the lens again tonight. Ozarks First Parker Paget live outside the Greene County Sheriff's Office. And Parker, remind us of the details of that agreement, and you have some numbers for us as well.
Yeah, since that agreement began in 2025, Jonah Beatles, a spokesperson for the Greene County Sheriff's Office, says they have held a total of 3,001 detainees in the past year. Now, they are reimbursed $100 per detainee per day, meaning that they have made a minimum $300,000 in reimbursements in the past year. Sheriff Jim Arnott tells me that what happened last week in Minnesota will not impact that agreement or their work going forward.
We're about law enforcement, and so why would I change anything or make a different decision?
Greene County Sheriff Jim Arnott says his agreement with Homeland Security began in 2025, but the idea of working with federal authorities predates his time as sheriff.
These are contracts that we've had back when Sheriff Pierpont was sheriff, when I started in 1988.
The agreement raised some controversy last year, but is now again under the scope following the fatal shooting of Renee Good in Minnesota.
Was it preventable? Sure. Comply with what they ask you to do, and nothing would have happened.
The impacts of the shooting have made their way to the Ozarks, with previous reporting from Ozarks First, including protests against ICE.
I haven't seen any issues with any of the local protests. They've been peaceful.
Arnott says he's received mail from those opposing that agreement.
I do think that they're very well done. I mean, they're handmade, each one of them.
But he says as he's required to follow the law, if people want him to change, they need to change the law.
I think I'm doing what my constituents want me to do. Okay. And I'm not going to go to jail. So, I mean, that's just the bottom line. I'm not going to do it.
There are currently 215 detainees in the Greene County Jail, meaning the Greene County Sheriff's Office will be reimbursed $21,500 for their efforts today. Reporting live in Springfield, Parker Paget, Ozarks First.